Good evening, guys. Welcome back to the 254 node, where we speak on matters on cryptocurrencies and investment with a difference. It goes without saying that the future is digital, and each and every single day this point continues to be more and more clearer. And this forms the basis of the purpose of this video, which we are going to take a look at, and that is the fight on cash, that is paper cash, hard cash. As we can see by the statistics, over 80% of individuals in the United States currently prefer to make their payments in cashless forms, that is either by debit cards, Visa or MasterCards, with 100% of individuals between the ages of 18 and 24 going absolutely cashless. These are individuals who opt to pay for these items which they use on a day-to-day basis. So this ranges from things such as making a payment at the local grocery shop, paying for their bills, that is for their gas at the station, as well as paying their electrics and so forth. And this war on physical cash at the end of the day is not something which can be taken lightly, because at the end of the day, cash is a way of guaranteeing individual freedom, as at the end of the day, money gives you a sense of security as well as stability. This trend is not limited only to the United States, as we have witnessed several countries across the globe, including China, Japan, as well as Singapore, whereby a significant portion of the society chooses to go digital, and carrying cash in your wallet is something which is looked at as being odd. With technology changing at such a rapid pace, it makes it easier and more seductive for individuals to move from paper cash to electronic money, thereby willingly giving up our freedoms of being able to spend our money wherever we want and however we want. It's time to kill the $100 bill. This is an article featured in the Washington Post in 2016. According to Mr. Lawrence H. Summers, who is a university professor at Harvard and a former Treasury Secretary and Director of National Economic Council at the White House, he suggested that it is time to do away with the $100 bill for several reasons, and this is something which is a little bit common. It's a common theme with numerous governments across the world who are looking to do away with the largest denominator bills, and in this case the article suggests that it is time to do away with a $100 bill because of reasons to do with the terrorism financing, that is forgetting money laundering as well as tax evasion. Next, we see that in Australia, a recent proposal to the law has been suggested that it should be made illegal to make any payments above 10,000 Australian dollars in cash. If this law goes into effect, it will make it that if you want to transact in anything, be it you want to buy a car or buy a home, and you make the transaction above 10,000 Australian dollars, it will now be illegal for you to do so, and you might be looking at either a 2-year jail sentence or a fine of up to 25,000 Australian dollars, which makes it ridiculous, because at the end of the day this costs you even more in form of a fine compared to the transaction which you had initially intended to make. So as you can see, this is a global trend whereby we're seeing more and more governments are coming out and making it harder and harder for you to transact in physical cash and pushing you towards the digital. This essentially is because they will be able to now track your expenditure. So say you want to spend your money in a charity organization or transact with an individual who is deemed as being a criminal by the government, you will now get into trouble for doing so, as you can be tracked. This gives the government more leverage over you as opposed to paper cash, because at the end of the day you cannot trace, or rather it is hard to trace paper cash. And back to the United States, we can see that the coming recession could force the Federal Reserve to swap the greenbacks for digital dollar. According to this article, it goes into looking at the ways through which the Federal Reserve managed to fight off the 2008 recession, and it speculates that in the next forthcoming recession, or rather economic slowdown, the Federal Reserve might be forced to do away with the paper cash and to introduce the electronic dollar. Over the past weeks, we have had numerous individuals calling for the US government to make the US dollar digital, so that they can ultimately again get more weapons when it comes to fighting recessions, as well as monitoring the society. Back to 2008 financial crisis, we can see banks in Cyprus whereby depositors lost more than 47.5% of their savings. And this is what we're talking about, guys. If we do away with the paper cash, we do away with our freedom, and we hand over more of it to the governments as well as to the powers that be. And we can say in Cyprus, the government decided to deduct a certain percentage from depositors' accounts and to collect that amount so that they can be able to bail out the banks which failed in the 2008 economic meltdown. It is not right and it is unethical, but at the end of the day, this is what they do. They do not care about you or me. They only care about profits and their board members. So in the end, it is better to stay with your paper cash if possible, but ultimately the best thing for you to do is to invest in cryptocurrencies and such as Bitcoin, because at the end of the day, your money, their bank, not your money, but your crypto, your bank, your money. So if you are looking into ways through which you can secure your financial freedom, at the end, I would highly suggest that you look into investing into BTC. Though this is not financial advice, do as you wish with your money, as investing in cryptocurrencies can be highly volatile and you stand a chance of losing your money. So do your own research and make up your own mind before investing in cryptocurrencies. Similarly, we saw the past week the Fed turned on its money printing machines by printing out over 161 billion US dollars and investing it into the markets as a result of the economic slowdown in the financial markets. Similarly, in Europe, the ECB has looked into introducing its quantitative easing, as the European markets as well are not doing fairly well. We saw in the recent month Deutsche Bank laid off numerous employees in ways to mitigate the losses they are experiencing, as well as back home we've seen that General Electric is doing away, or rather is withholding over 20,000 pensions. You know, this is money which has been made by individuals, and they are playing around with people's money and their retirement. So that's it for the video, guys. If you loved the video, thank you so very much for watching and taking your time to be with me, to listen to me, to watch or listen from wherever you are. The market isn't doing so bad. Bitcoin dominance, we can see it's at 66.7%. So if you are in BTC at this moment, congratulations, you are an early investor. It might not be in 2013, but it is still early. Hold on, as it's going to be a bumpy ride, but in the end it's going to be absolutely worth it. Thank you so very much for watching, for being with me once more. If you love the video and got any value from it, then please consider sharing the video with your friends, with your family. Spread out the word about cryptocurrencies and their benefits, and let us get more people on board this life-changing moment. Once more, consider sharing the video with your friends, with your family and your loved ones. I'd like to hear what you thought about the video, so let's meet up in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Did you like it? Did you hate it? And what would I like me to do more about it? Thank you so very much, and consider subscribing. Catch you guys on the next video. Have a lovely day, night or evening.